Number system mainly deals with how we represent a number and how we count the numbers, counting. Okay, so it all began with this. Earlier, when let's go back to the caveman days. So when these cavemen used to be there, they used to have cattle and they don't know how to count them. So what they used to do is, whenever they let the sheep or buffaloes out, what they do is, for every sheep they let out, they used to take a stone and set it aside for every sheep, right? Then what happens is, if you have 100 sheep, you end up collecting 100 stones, right? If you have 10 sheep, if you let out 10 sheep, you'll just put 10 stones aside. Later in the evenings, when they again bring them back into their homes, then they'll just again verify it with the stones. For every stone, for every cattle that comes in, for every sheep, they are going to take out that stone. So that is how they used to count. So this is where it all started, counting. So later what happened is, if you trace back the history, the usage of base 10 was done by Genghis Khan, and I don't know exact year. So okay, so how did this base 10 number system come up with is, we have 10 fingers. So since we have 10 fingers, people started counting with 10. So that is how base 10 has come up. Initial number system was base 1, which was having only one symbol, which is a stone, and later we had base 10, which is having 10 symbols from 0 to 9, and later base 8 and base 16. So let me write down all of it. First one is, we started with this base base 1. So in base 1 we have only one symbol, and that is nothing but 0, right? Even you might have remembered about, you must be remembering about this abacus. If you have used it in your school days, it is base 1 number system, right? That is where they start teaching you how to count. You remember that you used to pull the balls, the pearls or the balls which were in the strings, and then count. That is base 0. And later the next popular number system was base 10. Why is base 10 popular? The reason is simple. We have 10 fingers, and so we started counting in base 10. And what are the numbers we have in this? 0, 1, 2, 3. These are all the symbols we use. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so generally what we do is, whenever we have digits in a number system, we generally use one symbol to represent the digit. If the number system is having, let's say, base 11. Now how many digits are we supposed to have in base 11? 11 digits. So 0, 1, 2, 3, so on 9. It is going to make up 10 digits, and we need one more. So we cannot write 10. The basic convention that we follow is, every digit is in any number system has to be represented with a single number, single symbol. So there are two symbols, it is a combination of two symbols. Therefore there is a chance that when you write a number, you might get confused, because already 1 and 0 are already existing here, and again you are writing 1 and 0 here. So we might get confused whether it represents 10 or it represents a 1 followed by a 0. So just to avoid that confusion, what we do is, we use the other symbols like A, B, C, D. So A, if you write it, there is no confusion, it is 10. A single symbol is used to represent a digit in this base, right? 11 is like that. And what about next one, base 12? Base 12 number system, it should contain 12 digits, and 0, 1, 2, 3, so on 9 is going to form 10. We need two more digits, and we need, the two digits have to be 10 and 11. If I write 10 and 11 directly, then already 0 and 1 are existing, so there it might lead to a confusion when you write them in numbers. So for that reason, we are going to use a single symbol A and B, right? So like this, we are going to have number systems. So one thing that you should observe is, we are following a convention that when the base of a number system is something, we have exactly those many number of digits in the number system, and then all the digits are supposed to be less than the base. In this case, if you see it, we are having 0 to 9, all the digits are less than 10. That is the convention we are following. But then in exam they might form some other number systems also. I'll come to that point later. Fine. And the next popular, like this, we have the most popular number system, which is base 16. So why is base 16 popular is, whenever you write any number in base 2, so we have base 2. Base 2 is the most popular number system which is used in binary number system, which is used in computers. As you know, on and off, 0 and 1, it contains 0 and 1. So whenever you write any number in this 0 and 1, then if you have to represent a very big number like this, 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 0, something like this, and if you have to read this number and explain it to someone, it is going to take a lot of effort to remember it. So for that reason, what people tried is, they tried clubbing it. They tried clubbing 3 bits or 4 bits like this, 3 bits or 4 bits, something like this. Then if you club 3 bits, then it forms base 8 number system, and if you club 4 bits, it forms base 16 number system. I'll come to this point when we discuss about how to convert the number from one number system to the other. For example, we can convert the number from base 2 to base 4, base 4 to base 8, base 8 to base 6, something like this. We can do the conversions. I'll come to that point later. So base 2 is 0 and 1, and then we have one more popular number system, base 8. Is simple. It is just the combining 3 bits in base 2. We get we generally use base 8 to represent a number which is already in binary. I'll come to that point later with examples. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So here I want you to note one point. If the base is 8, then the number of symbols we have is 8, and and all the symbols, all the digits should be less than the base, which is 8. So we cannot have a number 8. For example, can I have a number 0 1 2 6 in base 6? We cannot have it. The reason being, if you observe this 6 cannot be present in the number system which is having base 6. The reason is, all the digits in base 6 should be less than 6. So it cannot be a number in base 6. It is not a valid representation. And now what about base 16? How many digits are we supposed to have? 16 digits. So which means we are supposed to have from 0 to 9, which is 10, and then 6 more. So from 0, 0, 1, 2, so on 9, 0 to 10, right? It is 10, and then we are supposed to have 6 more. So since we cannot have 10, 11, 12, so on 15, for that reason we are going to have A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, E, F, 6. So this is 10, this is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like that we can have the number system represented. Now what are the various problems which are possible on this is, they will give us they'll ask us to change the number system from one number system to other. For example, if base of a number system is B1, they'll ask you to convert it to B2, right? So if B1 and B2 are in powers of 2, then I suggest that you convert them to binary base 2 and then convert it to other. It is very easy. If they are not in powers of 2, if they are in powers of, let's say, if let's say they are not in powers of 2 and there are some different numbers, then what you can do is convert them to base 10 and then convert them to the required base, other base. So these are the various questions that are possible, and sometimes what they give you, they will give you some equations and then they will ask you to find out what is the base of the number system that the numbers are present in. I'll give you all the questions with examples, you'll understand it. And then they might even form some weird number systems like this. So they might say that we have formed a new number system with base 7, and base 7 is supposed to have how many symbols, how many digits? 7 digits, right? So instead of having them from 0 to, generally the general convention is that we are going to have 0 to 6, which is nothing but 7 symbols or 7 digits. But then what they would say is, we are having the digits in this as -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are the symbols we have in our number system, and minus this -1, -2, -3 are represented as A, B, C. Then they'll ask you to convert a given number into this base. So this is generally not used in practice, but then an examiner in GATE might ask you some questions like that. We shall even examine questions like that. Okay, so what I'll do next is I'll take all the questions which are possible on this basic concepts, and I'll just clear them. Then you'll be strong with basics, then we go on to the difficult questions. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177, and IIT Roorkey's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkey, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkey is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkey. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is, we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.